Okay. In case anybody's already in, I'm going to be getting going in a second. That's the wrong tab. So I'm just trying to look something up first while I get going. Um, One moment. Interesting, interesting. I'm trying a little bit of a new kind of setup to be able to see what's going on while things are happening. And at the moment, I'm not sure that it's working, but we're going to try. I also apologize. I have a cold thanks to my kids. Do my best to make sure you don't hear when I have to blow my nose. Gotta love this time of year. Getting ready for all those colds to come back from school. So, the plan today, as we get started, I am going to be, I have a bunch of pieces that I pulled from all over the house that need to get organized and put away. Um, because I have a lot of sets that were half built, half taken apart, merged into something else. And um, I don't, my kids like to do that. I don't mind that they do that. It's not a problem. But I want to try to at least make sure that I've found most of everything that I have so that I don't, um, I'm not missing any major pieces because it's hard when then they're looking for something, they want to play with something, but they took it half apart, and now I can't put it back together, and they're asking me where the piece is. Well, I didn't play with it. I didn't take it apart. What did you do with it? Well, I don't know. So I tried to grab everything, and I'm trying to sort everything, and I've got plenty of other bins in the other room that have even more stuff in them. But I'm figuring if I can at least get a jump on the ones that were out for the newer sets to try to recomplete those, then I can put them away and it's not a big deal. Sorry, I'm still trying to get started on this a little bit. Where is this going? See, I don't know. Like, is this actually working? I don't know if this is actually working. Oh, because I still have it unlisted. Okay, let's change that. All right, now we're going public. Save that. Okay, let's see. Let's see how that works. Is that going to work now? That's there now. All right. Bear with me. I'm trying something new for my setup. Okay, so that didn't quite update, but I don't know. I think that should have. Why didn't that update? See, there it's updated. All right. I realized kind of stupidly, I was trying to set up some different things for um, streaming, and the amount of space I had on my screen was just ridiculous. It just wasn't working out well. I couldn't see what I needed to see. It was hard to see the chat. It was hard to see um, the software, and it was really kind of tough. Okay, so maybe it still just isn't showing yet. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to do that. Get me out of there. Okay. Okay. Well, at minimum, let me try again. I'm going to check one last thing. Oh, I know. What if I do this? I'm trying to get stuff set up, make sure I'm doing things right. Um, I'm not positive that I am. And it's really kind of it's tough because it's hard to tell if I'm doing something wrong or if it's just a matter of it takes some time and it will fix itself. Because like if I come in looking like I'm trying to find I know my stream is out there because if I oh there it is. Okay. So I do see it now. Perfect. All right. Let me see if I'm gonna go into it and I'm going to mute that because I don't want to hear it. But that way I can just make sure that I can see stuff. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to go back over to my actual stream one so that I can actually see the chat and then I can get everything a little bit more set up the way I want it to. Because now I can see my stream, I can see my chat, I can see things a lot better than I could before. So this is good. All right. Now, just for fun, I'm going to see what did I make that command? I used to have a command, lights out. Is that still it? Okay, that did it. All right, good. Okay, so now I don't like how it really cranks up the brightness on the screen when it comes back, but I don't think there's anything to help that. So back to what I was saying before I realized I wasn't public and I wasn't live public for people to see. I have a lot of Lego pieces between all the different sets that I got for my kids over the years for birthdays, Christmas, or just because. And they love to play with them and take them apart. When I was a kid, I didn't. I built them, I put them up, I played with them, but I didn't play with them the same way they do. Which is an which is an adjustment for me. I'm trying to get used to that, and so they play with them. They'll take things and one of for an example. I don't know that I have it in here. My son and his friend took I think it's in the other room. Took the cement mixer one, took the cement mixer piece off the back, put the cannon from the uh, which one is that Eldorado Fortress on the back of it. And so instead it became a driving around vehicle with cannons and bad guys and all sorts of stuff. So I mean it's great. I'm glad that they're playing with it. I'm glad that they're using their imagination and playing with these things um, the way they want to and being creative. The problem is then they turn around and say, "Hey, where's the back of the cement mixer? I want to make it a construction vehicle." And it's like, "Well, where did you put it?" So I'm trying to organize pieces so that when they go looking for something, if we can't find it, we have a bin someplace. And now, as you can see, my desk in here has been absolutely destroyed because I tried to gather everything in here to try to get an idea of what I had. So now it's like, okay, I've got what do I have? Where can I put it? And how can I organize? And I am definitely the type of person that I will get wrapped up coming up with how I'm going to organize and then not actually organize. So I am trying to force myself to just say, okay, you know what? You want to be able to do any more streams? You want to be able to do any more builds? You want to do anything down here in this area? Then here's your table. Fix it. So I've been trying to approach it in that direction and at least come up with some sort of thing that works for me. Now, we used to have a system that actually my mom started when she gave me all the old Legos, and be that was to put them by color. The problem with that is that was all of my sets for all for years and years. And the issue there was we had a huge tub of black, gray, white, and that worked fine for certain pieces. But when you were looking for some pieces, like specific pieces that were smaller, you couldn't find them. So I'm going to try a method of putting them more by type than color. So like this one is one I started that's all single row thick pieces. So that's everything is in there. I'm trying to keep out single like one by one pieces. But right now the Ziploc for that, and I only have Ziploc because I'm not going to pay money right now to buy an expensive storage system in case this just goes sideways and I never do it. So I have a bag that only has a couple in it at the moment. And I'm going to see how that goes. And as things progress, so I have some snack size ones. I'm going to start with these. If they need to go bigger, they go bigger. If they need to go bigger than that, I've got more like this size, and then bigger and bigger and bigger, and then we'll see. So that's where I'm going to start, and I'm going to try to figure it out from there to know what to do. So, the other suggestion I saw in some videos was to take anything that's pre-built or partially built and put that aside. And I thought that was a good idea. It also cut down a huge amount on the bins of what I had in there that was already pre-built. So, like being able to take out this huge part of the space shuttle, or I had some Lego Dimensions pieces that were like the like Scooby Doo, the Mystery Machine, and other different. Like I've got a Ecto one, um, Ghostbusters. So there's all sorts of different pieces in there that I could keep separate and say, okay, those are partially built. Let's get everything else, see what those go with, put them away into different bags. I've got about 20 bags in the other room that are all partial sets that were mostly built, just missing some pieces, and so kind of go from there. So I'm going to just start going now and see. Now, this one is a piece I started to try to take this out, but I don't see where the rest of the pieces are. This is from a Minecraft one that's my son's. So I'm actually going to put that back in over here for now because I'm not sure where I put the other pieces that go with that. Let me know if any of that sound comes through very clearly. I don't want to be bothering anyone with sounds of me taking a drink. So let's see, what do we have so far? Well, I also saw that pieces with like printed and stickers should probably be separate. So I'm going to actually start separating those into a different bag too. I originally was putting all of the flat pieces and slightly flat pieces with maybe one nub on it into one spot. But I'm thinking if I go looking for a certain color and I'm looking for one that's got printing on it, I probably should have that separate. So I'm going to separate those out. And go there. I probably shouldn't keep zipping them back up when I'm done. I'm going to just have to keep unzipping them. So let's see. What do we got? I actually think I'm going to take this one and move these flat pieces into here for now, while I wait. And I'm sure this is going to get bigger and need to go up to another bag, but I'm going to start there. I need to have some sort of a system. I haven't figured out yet these little kind of like, sometimes they're gold bars and sometimes they're like little panel pieces, little slight angles on them. I'm not sure what these are actually called. I need to figure out something to do with these. I haven't quite figured out what yet, but I'm going to keep those separate. Okay, so here's another long single flat, so I'll put that in there. I also don't know this one. What should I be doing with things that are special like that? I mean, because it's also big. I haven't figured it out yet. All right, so we got some more. Let me find a spot to put this. I'll put this over here for, you know what? Actually, I'm going to work in smaller things. So this goes here into that bag. Let me just grab a handful of pieces. All right, and little by little, we'll go through this. And I'm just going to pray I don't drop any of these down on the floor. Okay, so this, again, this one I believe is also Lego Dimensions. So I'll put that over here. Lego Dimensions, this one does come from another set. This comes from the police dog training one, I think. That'll go over there. That one gets played with and taken apart a lot. A K9 chunk of pieces, that's also Lego Dimensions. I'll put that over in there. This one is a single thing that goes to it was one of the Spidey and his amazing friends, I think. So I'll put that. That's a single piece, though. But you know what? If I see that, I'm going to know where it goes. So I'm going to put that over there separate, too. Okay. Right now, for the moment, any of the single pieces that are the thick single row, I'm going to put in, even if they have the more, I don't know what they would be called, the holes for like Technic type builds. I'm going to put those in there anyway. Here's a double. Doubles, I already upgraded to this size, so that's in there. I'm sure it's going to get bigger than that. Here's another single flat, here's single flat. And we're just going to go through with these just for a little while. I only have a little bit of time. This is an afternoon type of a project. I'm going to get through as much as I can, days that I can, and try to, I'm not sure about that yet. This one goes in here. Any pieces I'm not sure, I'm going to hold off until I know what I want to do. Because I don't want to have to start to worry about, okay, so I don't have anything for single flats yet. I do have to watch out with this setup. We're going to have to figure out something, because right now it's going to sleep because I'm not actively using stuff, but that means it's closing up. And if someone chats, I can't see it. All right, so this would be one I'm a little bit stuck on. I'm going to hold off for now because this is from the old pirate ship that was partially getting built and then we abandoned because we couldn't find all the pieces. You know what? But this, I'm going to call it. This is not together enough that I'm going to know what it is. So I'm going to put that piece away. This is a flat one, so the flat one goes over in here. Here's some more flat. I'm also hoping that if I remember which pieces are missing from different sets, I'll be able to find them doing this and finish up some of the sets that have been missing pieces. Because we have some that are missing, like I could have sworn that this looks like maybe it was part of K9. But I can't tell. I can't readily identify what it's from. So I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna take it apart. Looks like it was K9, but I'm not sure. Ooh, now what would that be? Would I put that in the smooths? For now, I'm going to. If I have to separate them out later, I will. That one I'm going to go over in there. Same with this. Right now, all the flat, no matter the size, if they're greater than 2 wide, I'm putting them all in one thing. Whoops. That was the wrong one. That goes over here. Oh, and I have clear. I almost panicked myself that I didn't unmute from the last time I blew my nose. Actually, maybe next time I won't mute it and see if it registers, because I've been finding that this microphone registers my voice pretty well no matter where I am. But like when I was doing a live stream and I was building the Dark Falcon, I go digging in the bin, which was so loud, but it wasn't picking it up, which is good. Which I don't know. I was going to say is good, but maybe it's not good. It's not terrible because then the really loud bits of digging through the Lego bin wasn't coming over the microphone. But if I was off the screen, you couldn't see that anyone was here. So I didn't like that part. But maybe I can turn and blow my nose and it won't even register. That would be great. I am so torn on these like L shaped pieces. Do I keep the flats and the thick ones together? I think for now I will. For now I will because I don't have very many. And I think I'd be able to see it if I'm digging through that a piece is flat or not. If it ends up being a problem, then I'll separate. If I end up having too many, I'll separate. Okay. I had, and we'll see if this changes. For now, flag pieces, like this is a flag from like the castles. I'm going to put those with what I call the minifig pieces because very frequently the minifigs will be on a horse with a. The other things I put in was the like pieces that would then hold the flags because they all tend to go together. You're building a guy on a horse with a helmet with a flag. So I thought they all kind of go around the same spot. I'm going to put them together that way I know. Later when I'm looking for pieces, if it becomes a problem, then I'll change it. Ooh, now this. This is kind of in a row. It's a one specific one. I'm going to hold off. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to end up keeping it with the singles, but maybe not. That might be hard to find that in there. So we'll have to see. This is one of those cases that for me, just going to start. I'm going to start it. I'm going to figure it out as I go, and it's going to be a learning process. I think it's going to have to be. If I wait to figure, I know me. If I wait to figure out what system's going to work for me, then I'll never come up with the system that's going to work. Ooh, now those are going to be hard to spot. See, here we go again. It's going back to sleep. I don't want it to go to sleep, but I really don't want to have to mess with the power settings. So I'll just have to try to keep waking it up, at least for today anyway. I'll try to figure that out for next time. These pieces, I might wait on these because it's a single like dot, a single row, I mean, with the edge piece. But if I put it in with these, that's going to be hard to find, I think. So I'm going to keep it out for now until I figure out what I'm going to do. There's a lot of different types of ones that I don't know. Actually, I take that back. I have these little sandwich baggy ones. I'm going to put it in a sandwich baggie because there's not many of those. I feel like I've been having more of them recently, but there's not actually that many. So I'm going to put it in there for now. This is a clear piece. I was also anything that's a piece that is a piece that you attach so that they like link together and do something. Either they're the hook ones with the nub, or in this case, it's the more like gear style one. Those are all going together, both ends, so that when it's time, I have a spot to go that I can find pieces that are like that. And I'm going to probably break them apart because I find that I go, what do you call it? Like I get tunnel vision when I'm looking for a piece. And so if I'm looking for a piece that's got like the open, like C piece and I don't see that, I won't find it, even if it's already hooked onto the piece, even if it's hooked onto the piece that I need. I won't find it. Funny, it seems like me getting a drink did come across the microphone, I think. Oh well. I don't understand. It must be different. I don't like, understand how this microphone is picking up the different things, but all right, so that's a flat piece. These are two single ones like that. This is a double, goes over there. So I don't know. This might be like the worst. This might also be just me wasting time, procrastinating, putting pieces organized, and then I find out that that was the worst thing I ever did. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna start somewhere. All right, where's that one? Here's this. You know what? Actually, same thing. Should I? I didn't bring too many of the snack ones down. Did I already use all my snack ones? I did. Okay. Well, actually, this one. Let's try it. No, because there's going to be more of those. There's going to be more of those. I'm going to wait. So here we go with this. Here's one of the L shapes. So that's going to go in this bag. Mm. Oh, and actually, that reminds me. Looking at this, that's a big problem I have too. At least in this case, I can see on the top here at Lego, there are a lot of. I have a lot of pieces. Unfortunately, my family, when my kids were really into Ninja Turtles and Bugs, they started buying knockoff brand pieces. And unfortunately, some of them have all mixed in with everything else. At least this one, I can tell looking at it that this has Lego up here. So this whole thing, I'm fairly sure is. Now, I would also say this is I'm going to call this one a single. So I'm going to put it in this bag. And then these pieces, I would definitely call these hands. Those are like the robot hands. So I'm going to put those in with people. And for right now, I'm going to put this pole in there too. And then I'm actually going to check. I was recently made aware that now this isn't a size one, so it doesn't matter. Lego. Okay. I was recently made aware how the what is it? The like the gear ones. Like this have the number on the end, and I did not know that. Although this one, I don't know if that's a new thing because I don't see it on this one. Unless this isn't this could be a not real one. I'd have to look. Maybe I can find out if that's just a new thing. This one should be real. This one was in with the wheels from a Technic set. So I think that should be a real piece. I'm going to put that one over here. And here we go. The thing went to sleep again. I'm now watching. Sorry if there's a bit of a delay. I'm actually now watching to see if when my screen here goes to sleep, if it. Okay, it woke it up. Okay. I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't cause a delay in the whatchamacallit, in the stream, which it doesn't look like it's doing. But I just want to make sure. Okay, so these are some flat pieces over here. I also consider these pieces almost sort of like the flag adjacent, so I put those in with the minifigs. I'll probably need to change that at some point, but for right now, that's where I think I looked for them. So, piece over there, and I'm going to call this a single piece. Where is my bag of single pieces? There it is. Pardon my terrible singing. And this is just like little by little. I want to make a dent. I want to make some progress. Put pieces someplace. Figure out where I'm going to go with stuff. I mean, this I'm sure is probably from something. I have no idea what. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this apart and put the clear pieces in here. All the clear ones are in here. I also wonder too. Maybe at some point I'm going to take the little. Yeah, because those are going to get lost. The little tiny ones in here, I might move to another bag so that they'll be easier to find. For right now, I'm going to put in like it might just be like a complete bag of studs, but we'll see. Maybe right now, clear pieces. I feel like clear pieces is better. This is Minecraft. And actually, I know this is Minecraft. So I'm going to, even though it's small, it's only two pieces. If I go looking, I can find the Minecraft set in the other room that's my son's that is missing one of these or several of these actually. And I can find it and I can put this back. So I'm actually going to put this over in the bin of put together things because then if he asks me for that, I know it'll be in that one. I asked him the other day because I saw one. I was like, "Well, I know this is from your Minecraft. Do you want to help me figure out which piece is going?" He goes, "No, I don't care. I have it the way I like it." It's like, well, I'm glad you have it the way you like it, but this is really tough on me. I wonder what this is. I can't tell if this is something that came from something, or if it's something he came up with. Whoops. Right now, I'm going to separate it. Okay, so I've got two singles and some hand. We got a little bit of time for doing this and hanging out. Not tons of time. Ooh, how do I want to do those? 'Cause I know I'm missing some of like these pieces, the like levers, I guess. I don't know. Like that. Like I know I have a couple uh sets upstairs that are missing a couple of these. But where would I look for that? I'm going to keep it separate for now because I don't know. I don't know where I would go looking for that yet. That's how I've been figuring out what bags to do things. So it's like, okay, well, there's a bag of singles, there's a bag of thick singles, there's the flat, there's the doubles, and there's the big flats or weird shaped ones and clear pieces. And so by doing that, I can try to say, okay, well, if I'm looking for something that's one of those, I know where to look for it. But right now, when I get stuck with something like that, it's like, well, where would I look for that? Like this, I'm sure goes to probably one of my wife's sets for like we got a Thanksgiving set that was like a centerpiece, and I bet that's what this is. And I see a bunch of like the berries. Actually, this might not be the. Oh, was this? There was one that was a Thanksgiving set that had different colors. I think so you could make it. Or maybe it wasn't a Thanksgiving set. It was just an arrangement, and you could change the colors of some of the things on it. Um, Here's another one of those flatty ones. Where's that set? Where's that bag? Where is that bag? Here it is. Um, I don't see. I don't like that. I don't want this to go to sleep so that I can't see if people are in there. So I'm gonna have to figure that out for next time. Figure out some way to make sure that this doesn't go to sleep, so that if anyone does come in and chat, I know that it's chat. Is higher than the recommended. Oh, that's right. Because I'm having it send a higher. I didn't think of that. It shouldn't be. I don't think it should be a problem. We're gonna leave it for now. We can change it another time. Oh, and now I know. You know what? But it's in another bag. I'm gonna put the handcuffs, which I think I don't know. I'm holding it up here. You can't see it up there. The handcuffs. I'm gonna put those in here so I can go looking for them. One of the sets that I know I was dealing with the other day is missing some of the handcuffs. All right. Here's another flat piece. Here's some single flat studs. Just trying to come up with something that's going to work so that when I go looking for pieces later, I have an easier time finding them. I should probably have one that's just cannonballs because these get lost all the time. I thought my concern was going to be that any of my old cannonballs from my pirate set, from Eldorado Fortress, from any of the things I had that had cannonballs, that those were going to be the things that get lost. And they are, because once my son figured out that you could fire them out of the cannon, they got shot all around the place. But now the other problem is so many of the sets come with those the things that fire the studs, and especially the flat ones that are just so hard to keep track of, and they go all over the place. Which I take it's fine. It's just more of that it's a pain. Now what is this? This looks suspicious. I'm trying, if there's anything that looks too suspicious, I'm trying to check that it's actually Lego. And actually, this looks like it might be. I'm trying to see. Unfortunately, my eyes have definitely. Oh, yes, I think that's where it says Lego. My eyes have not done very well over the years. And as a result, I'm at that stage where I have to take my glasses off. Yeah. Oh no. I have to take my glasses off to look at any of these things, which is really a pain. See if I can get that piece where I can get it. All right, and this is one of the kind of hands, which is over here. Where's my? Okay. Oh, you know what? This is a bag. that has, well, actually, this one I'm going to put in with those. Has flat pieces in it, but I already have one of them flat pieces. Not those, these. And this one's actually getting bigger, and it's only going to get bigger, so I'm going to transfer it to this one. All right. Um, I'm going to go ahead and grab another handful. I'm not going to bother with the wheel. I don't know what I want to do with the wheel yet. This, I think, might be something because I found another one on it from somewhere else. So I'm going to put this in the built section for now. I'm not sure where I'd look for this. I'm actually not even sure what this is. It's a. Why is there two? Not sure. I don't know. I'll have to look it up to see if I can figure out what this is. It's got like the string and it goes through a brick, and then it's got two. Like if it was one, it would I would think it would be a gate of some sort, but I'm not really sure. But anyway, here's another one that I'm not sure where I'd look for that yet. A clear piece. Oh, here's like, does this one have a number on it? This one doesn't either. I wonder if that's new. I learned that recently that the numbers were on the ends of the long pieces, but I wonder if that's new. I wonder when they started doing that. Have they always been doing it, or is this just these ones that I'm looking at are different for some reason? Or did I just happen to pick up ones that were not real Lego pieces? Or oh my goodness, this is so draining too. I mean, the end result, it did help. I've already had it help like once with rebuilding a set that my son had upstairs the other day. So it did already recently help a little bit, which makes me want to keep doing this. But it's also such a pain. And I'm hoping I can make a lot of progress just by doing these newer sets rather than having to go through all my old sets from when I was a kid, because that is a huge tub of Legos. And that is going to take me a long time to go through. So I'm kind of hoping I can make a very large dent in rebuilding sets just by going with what's already out and not having to worry about those sets just yet. Okay, actually, so maybe I would maybe call that a printed piece. Like I have a couple printed ones here. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's another one with a sticker. So this one has a sticker on it. Maybe I put it in there. Sticker pieces can all go together for right now. Oh, now this one technically has a sticker too. Okay, well maybe I'll think that. That might be a problem. This is also combined, has a sticker. Maybe I'll do that for now. That might end up being a problem because I may end up not like if I'm going to build and it says put this piece on and the sticker isn't until the next page or something, I may not realize I'm in the wrong bin. So I might have to look for that and try to be aware of that. So we'll see if that's going to be a problem later. I hope not. For at least right now, I have a plan to put it. And if that does happen, and I go and I look and I look and I look and I can't find it, and I find something that I eventually see that there's um, sticker for the piece, then I'll know the new place to look for it. So maybe that would help. All right. So here's another small one. Single. Let's see what else we got. We got a single. We got some more of these. This is a flat, oh, with a printing on it. So we'll put it in there. Not sure about this, so I'll take that. Just working my way through it. Okay, so here, this one's here, these are there. I also find it a little bit amusing that I called this a Lego lunch break, and I haven't had any lunch. Not much of a lunch break if I don't have any lunch, huh? That one's getting close to needing a bin. Okay. Hmm. Pardon me. Yes, there. Don't know what this is. I feel like maybe it's from. Oh, I think this. I think it is. I think this was from a an advent calendar. Now that I turned it that way, I think this was from an advent calendar. Where I think this is like a wrapping paper, like a gift wrapping station, I think. Um, I'm gonna put it in here for now because I think it might be. That's because it seems too strange otherwise that it would just be built randomly. Although I guess I can't put anything past my kids. They could build whatever they want randomly, just because I'll hear some story about why it was put together that way, and be like, "Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense." I'm trying to keep in mind anytime that I've been trying to rebuild and I've been digging through bins and looking and saying, I can't find this, and it's because they're blocked by this other piece. So I've been trying to keep that in mind as I do this so that I can sort them differently as I go. Like I end up kind of hoping that it's clear where a potential issue might be because I've run into it. I hope. I don't know for sure that that's gonna be the way it goes, but that's my hope anyway. Sorry about that. Funny. So with the microphone here and the bin here, this does get picked up, but when I had it on the other side, it didn't. Strange. It must just be, I guess, a little bit. Oh, that's a minifig part. Whoop! Almost dropped it. It must just be something about maybe the angle of the microphone too. And now let's see. I have maybe about another half hour or so before I have to call it for now, for the day. Grab a couple more handfuls. Oh, but not the wheel. I already said no wheels. All right. Oh, now this I'm pretty sure too. I think this came from that same um, instruction set. So I'll put that over there because that's another one. I think if I see that, I'll know that. This I'm not sure what it is. That's what I'm using as my um, kind of test at the moment. Do I know what it is? Can I identify it so I'd be able to pick it out? If I don't know, so I can't figure it out, then I'm not going to worry about it. This is also slightly different. So this I know is from the Batman Lego Dimensions set, but I don't ever plan to rebuild that right now. So I'm actually going to take that apart. I wonder, you know what? For the moment, I'm going to put these in here too, where I've got like the hands and the gears and the grippings. I'm going to put these in there too, because I think to my mind, that kind of they sort of are associated. I might know to look there. All right, where's that bag that has those? That's an empty bag. That's an empty bag. Where's the one that's got the? Oh, here it is. It was sitting on top of the other flat one. Okay. There. I'll put this one in with it too. I feel like that sort of is in line with that type. Flat piece. Windows. Lots of windows. I think there's lots of windows on the pirate ship. Trying to decide whether or not I should put them over there now. No. But I'm not sure where I want to put them, so I'm going to put them back over here for now. Flat and this is Minecraft. Oops, that's not in there. This one goes here. And then that's going there. Oh, I will do my absolute best not to start singing any kid songs that my kids are watching from all the different things now. These Lego? They're Lego. No idea what it is though. Looks like it's from something, but I don't know what. But I can't identify it. If I can't identify it, I'm going to split it up. Because if I can't identify it, then I won't be able to find it if I go looking for it. So that's the reasoning I'm using. Oh, and it's got one of these blue ones, so that's probably a newer set too. I'll probably find it later today and be like, oh, I wish I hadn't taken that apart. Well, that's just the way it's going to go. All right, wake up. Oops. All right, you put it in the wrong one. Well, and actually, this one I don't want to put over here anyway, because this one is clear, right? Yeah, it's a clear one. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to test out. Actually, no, I'm not. Everything going good? Yep, everything's still going good. Good, 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 good. And a broken one, broken window. Put that to the side. All right, this one goes in here. Was I doing anything with these? Actually, I did have single ones over in here, so I'm going to put that over there too. Flat, flat, flat. And that. trying to take that as the opportunity to take things out of my hands. This is a 2x2 over there. This is a strange. This one I think probably goes with the pirate ship too, but I'm gonna put it in there for now. This I'm not sure. I'm gonna put it back over here. This over here. Just trying to figure out that's a kind of unique piece. Maybe unique pieces I'll put aside in their own type of a thing. Another kind of like windowy type thing. Yeah, and then I'll have to figure out. Actually, that's sort of unique. Although the problem with me doing that is then I'm going to pull it back in. This is part of Boba Fett's ship, I think. We'll put that over there. We have two of those. Um, like if I take the pieces and I put them back over in there, I'm just going to take them out one more time when I go to do it again. So that maybe I need another bin of things I'm going to keep separate. For the moment, it's fine. I don't know. Do I have anything I could? I suppose I could try to reuse this one if I had to. Right now, it's got Bionicle in it, and I only have a handful of Bionicle things, so those could just get put somewhere else, and I'd never have to worry about it. Printed piece. Do have to say, at least this is working a little bit. It's definitely organizing some things so that hopefully, in the end, it'll be easier to track down. So I can go to someplace first to try to find it. If I can't find it there, have a backup spot to go that won't be as messy as it could be. It's kind of my hope. Probably end up with a bag. I know it's all green, but I'd probably look for leaves all together in one spot. So tree leaves and palm trees and put all those in one thing. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Where's my flaps bag? I think I'd put that. Would I look for that in there? I think so. I think it's too unique for that bin. So I don't think I'd want to do that. Flag two. I'm gonna need to get a replacement one of those. It's got a little broken pieces on the end. Here's some clear, some clear, some clear, clear, flat, flat. Little by little, working my way through. Working my way back to you, baby. We had a friend of ours ask us recently. I don't know if it was because of the set that we got. We got them. We got their daughter a Lego set for her birthday, and we got a text asking what we do if we suck up a piece in the vacuum. Like, do we go and like dig it out? And we're like, nah, we do not. Should we? Maybe. But it, I mean, I suppose it depends. Like, if I had just emptied the vacuum and I just started, or it's easy to spot. I will say one time I did, and that was because, oh, where is this from? I halfway recognize it. I wonder if I take a picture of that, if I'd be able to image search that and find it. I'm going to put it here for now. Although I think it's from something that I won't rebuild, but I'm going to put it over here for now. Anyway, uh, and I sucked up something, but it was a blaster from one of the like rebel guys. So it was easy to find in the bottom of it, and it wasn't like the big vacuum that's put it in a bag with the dust. It was one of those ones that's got the oh, I'm gonna put that in the minifig even though it's clear. It was one of the ones with the container that you then take the container off and dump the whole container, like no bags. And so it was easy enough to just look and see that there was a missing um, you could see the piece in there. So I said, okay, well, I can see it. I'll get that. I don't mind going digging for that. But if it was like a piece in a big vacuum and it's lost in the dirt stuff in there, no, we're not going to go looking for it. So, um, but she was missing a couple pieces, and luckily I had just started. I'm going to pull these out for the moment because I think I'm going. They might be. I can't remember if the one that's upstairs that's missing stuff is missing gray ones like this or black ones. So I'm going to keep them out for the moment because if it's gray, then there they are. Or not there they are, but there's some I can use. Um, but so luckily I had just started digging out pieces and organizing. So I said, I can go grab some. I'm pretty sure I can get you a couple of those pieces. Well, this is an interesting one. I hadn't noticed this. I should be careful. This one actually has printing on it. It's like a little Minecraft face. I hadn't spotted that. Now, how am I going to get this guy off of here? There we go. Right. So this I'm going to put in this bag. And this one I'm going to put in this bag. And I'm just going to keep on going. Probably another 15 minutes or so. Da-da-da. Having some nice iced cider. We went. Oh, you know what? I think this qualifies as one of those types of interesting hinge pieces. I'm going to put that in here for now too. Um, we went to a local orchard and pressed our own cider over the weekend, which was nice. It was fun. Um, Definitely would do that again, especially at that place. It wasn't very busy, and then the only issue that I had was that it took a long time. um, which was I had to force myself, not force myself, I had to remind myself that it's good that it was taking a while because this was an activity that my son was into. He was enjoying it, and it was something we went to drive to do with some friends. It was actually the same friends that um, we gifted the Legos to. Um, and he really wanted to keep putting in all the apples to um, into the press, into like chopping them up and grinding them up and then putting them in the press and doing the stuff. And he was really enjoying it, and it was hard because to me it was like he was doing each apple one at a time because they were hard to like crank and break up, and so I wanted to keep helping and do it faster. And then I had to keep reminding myself, like, don't do it faster. You finally found something. You're out here. He's enjoying it. It's taking a while. Just hold it so it doesn't shake when he's like getting stuck and getting like cranking on it, and let him do it. But it's tough. It's tough to not be like, okay, let's move it along. And it's not like it wasn't busy. It wasn't like super busy. We weren't holding anybody up. There was two other ones to use. Our friends were using one of them, and then they finished, and then there was two open, and there was no line. Nobody had been waiting the entire time, so it wasn't holding anybody up. And I had to just keep reminding myself, it's like, look, take it easy, relax, let them do it. It's not bothering anyone. They're not bothered by it. It's going fine. Just take your time. He's having fun with it. Um, and we did it took a while for me to like really have that sink in, but I just kept reminding myself every time I got a little anxious and frustrated to be like, just let him go, let him be. He's doing fine. Nobody's upset. Nobody's rushing them. We're not holding anybody up. We paid for it just like everybody else. So, and it ended up being a fun time. I'm glad we went. I actually want to try to go there to pick apples next time because it wasn't super busy. It seems like a nice place to go. It's actually where that our friends go to pick apples because it usually doesn't get too busy. So we might check that out next year. Try going there. Right now, I'm kind of picking through the pieces that I have in this little bin and just pulling out the ones I see that are going to go in these different bags if I see them. Um, then I'll grab another handful, and that might be where I end it for today. We'll see. I think I think I'm going to grab another handful. Just gonna go ahead and put them over there. Or maybe another several handfuls. Whoops. Oh, nuts. Well, that piece went flying. This is another one where it's like I know what this piece is from, but it's from the Ghostbusters dimension set. And again, I don't think I'm ever going to go back and build the dimensions again. Um, I enjoyed the game for a long time, but when it was starting to wrap up, I feel like they got sloppy and kind of like actually I think that's the like Scooby Doo sandwich that goes with the dimension. So I'm gonna actually put that over there for now. I feel like they got sloppy with some of the oh, and this is from oh, should I keep that out? I'll keep that out for now too. This is from Beetlejuice, the sandworm um from the dimensions too. But I'll keep that out for now. Um I feel like they got sloppy towards the end when the game was gonna kind of stop and um there were bugs, and there was one bug that I can't remember if I actually ever went back and tried it again, but I know there was at least one bug that was like completely game breaking if you were trying to finish off everything and 100% the game. There was two things that I remember. One was something about lasers, I think, like laser eyes or laser vision to try to do certain things where you had to melt pieces, stopped working. Like you couldn't aim it anymore. Something weird was happening. And um, the other one was I think that at towards the end of the game when you try to go into that area that was like the 100% complete area and you were going to try to finish everything off, I feel like you couldn't go through the portal, I think was the problem. And it seemed like it was a bug that was introduced at some point towards the end. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I don't know what I would do with that. I'll keep that out for now. And it was just, there was nothing you could do about it. And I don't know if they ever went back to fix it, but I was so annoyed with them that I didn't buy another Lego game for a long time after that. Um, maybe Hinge Piece might make sense for this. So there was a long time when I didn't buy any Lego Dimensions, not Lego Dimensions, Lego games, and in fact, I waited a very very long time before I finally caved and got the Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga, I think, is the one that came out for the Switch. Um, it took me a very, very long time before I finally spent money and got that game. Um, which I do feel like I got my money's worth out of it. I played it. I did a lot of it. My son has played it and done a lot of it, um, and enjoys it. So we did a good job with that one, but I'm always very weary of those games now because it definitely seemed like for some of them, it was really, especially Dimensions, where they kept coming out with new IPs to do the things to make you want to keep buying them and adding things on. And it felt like they were just adding things on to use the IPs to make more money. And it just kind of was like a money grab situation. And I definitely didn't like it towards the end. So I don't know. It definitely left a bad taste in my mouth. I don't think I'd ever set that back up again. So, but we'd see if I have enough pieces. Where's the hinge pieces? If I end up with enough pieces, maybe I would rebuild the stuff potentially to see if I have everything. I guess I could try to see if I could sell it if anybody wanted them because I'm sure there's people who are still big fans of it. If it's still running, I guess. I don't know if it's still running. I know the game. I know they stopped with the game. I don't know if the game stopped working too, which is possible. Maybe that was another thing I didn't like about it was that like servers were turning off. I can't remember. I'd be curious what the actual state of it is. I really don't like that with many video games today, where it's like you pay for something, you have something. Oh, so what's that from? That looks like it's some sort of a snake or dragon thing. Oh, it was the raptor. That's what that other piece was. Now it's the raptor. See, now I wish I didn't take it apart. I would have figured out it was the raptor. Oh well. Um, but I don't like how there's so many games that you you play, you download, and then you turn around and suddenly they're like, "Oh, well, that system is so old now. We're just going to shut it down." It's like I paid for that. I still play it. I feel like if they're going to do that, then games shouldn't be as expensive as they are. If they're going to just be able to pull the plug on it, then it shouldn't be the prices shouldn't be going up and up and up for the games. If they're just going to be able to turn around one day and say, "Okay, that's enough. You had your chance, you had your fun, and now it's turning off." Well, all right, a couple more minutes. I'm going to work on this bag a little bit more. Oh, little top of a Dalek. Now that one's a black one, so if I'm going to keep that aside because if that is what's missing on that one upstairs, then that's good. I'll keep that together though. Yeah, I probably should have kept that, but I probably will unbuild or disassemble. It's unbuild. I'll disassemble the Dalek probably, and just save the pieces for things. Clear pieces. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. I have no idea what this is. I cannot figure out what it came from. Like at first, I thought it was, which maybe it is. Maybe it's like Mr. Freeze. Oh, but I don't think I have another Mr. Freeze. I have the Mr. Freeze that came with the Batman set, but I don't think I have another one. Like I don't think I have a Mr. Freeze from like Lego Dimensions or any other Lego set. So I don't know what that piece is. It must be from something though. Obviously, it's from something. As I state the obvious. This seems unique to me. I'm going to take a picture of that one too. Figure out what that's from. Oh, that's a minifig backpack. Let's see, what else can we find? That can go in there for the minifig. Ooh, should I have a separate one for brick type ones? Or would that be obvious enough? I'll put it in for now. Here's a clear piece over here, and a flat piece over here. Calling these, this is a flat, calling these singles. Clear and clear. Oh, and here's another one of those Minecraft little candly guys. Oh, and another one of those ones with a bit of track stuff. So I'm going to put that in here. Just doing my best to try to make some sense out of this pile of stuff. Not sure what that is. Feel like it's from Dimensions. I'm going to put it in here for now. I mean, as it is, I'm already getting tunnel vision looking at some of these pieces because it's like I'm going through with all sorts of things that I need to grab that I can take out and put in another bag, and I'm missing them. And then I come back to like, oh, how did I not see that? It's like, well, because I'm looking as I'm going through looking for any of the pieces I'm trying to find, I'm missing all of the other pieces of the same thing that I am looking for. So, actually, I'm actually now past the time I wanted to stop. So I'm gonna go through this a little bit more, and then I think that's where I'm gonna call it for the day, or at least call it for now. We'll see. Maybe I can jump on and do a little bit more organizing tonight. We shall see. At least I feel like I'm making a pretty good dent. I got another bin. What do I have? I have the rest of this. I've got this, which that's a pretty good chunk done with this bag of stuff. I kind of know what these are from, though. Uh, and then I have this bin of more stuff. And then after that, I have a bin on the floor, but that is mostly the pirate ship. So I actually feel like I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting closer to being able to combine this one, and then I can use this maybe for these, use this for something else. I'm going to go through this just a little bit more, see what I can find in this last few minutes before I take off. Take off. I'm going to fly around. Whoops. But this was only supposed to be a little lunch break. It's only been about an hour, but I'm going to put this in with those. Where are they? Yeah. Count this and those two. But yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit uh, tunnel vision. I'm going to start putting things probably in the wrong spot pretty soon. So, in fact, is that one there? I think I already spotted one. Yep, that's in the wrong bag. So I think that I'm taking as a sign that I need to call it there. And whoa, that too. I'm done. I'm done before I end up flinging something across the room, never to be seen again. Oh, here's another one of these. I'm just hoping I can find that one last black one in case that was what I needed. But there's those. All right, I think I'm going to call it there because now I'm making mistakes and dropping pieces and flinging things around. So it's time for me to stop. And I'll say thank you for joining me if you came in. Thank you if you're watching this at a later time. If you're looking for more Lego content that isn't just me sorting, I will start doing other building things at some point too. Please like and subscribe. If you watch and you have any critiques on volume, if the microphone's too soft, if it's too loud, let me know. If the lighting isn't good, if something doesn't look right, just let me know. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell, especially with the sound. My hearing isn't the best, and it's hard for me to tell sometimes if things are coming across at a good volume, if they're too loud or if they're too soft. Sometimes I end up making things too soft because I'm worried that they're too loud. And then other times I'll think that things sound perfectly fine because of how bad things seem to my ear. So please, if you please like and subscribe if you want to see any more Lego content. I kind of have a mix of stuff on the channel right now, and you could check it out and see what there is, and chances are I would do something like that. Or leave a comment if there's something specific you would like to see. Leave a comment. I'd be happy to go over it and see if it's something I could do. But I'm going to leave you now. I'm going to call that at least my lunch break. Maybe I'll be back on later, but probably not. I will probably be back on later in the week, though. So that's it. Thanks for stopping by. I hope to see you again next time. Now I have to move everything to get to the spot I was. That's the one downside I've just discovered is that it means things aren't lined up very well. All right, ready?